wrestling fans, thanks for clicking the Dreaded D-Rose report. I got a lot of news, better get going. WWE official, I don't know if you do this or not, but they made the decision sometime maybe in the past week or so that Kevin Nash won't be wrestling for him. And it's likely Nash will stick around for, time being, I guess, participating in angles, every once in a while and some things like that unless things change, but he won't be having any matches. This is why CM Punk versus Kevin Nash and Night of Champions has been changed to Punk versus Triple H. WWE knew going into Raw last night that Nash wouldn't be wrestling. Now here's a little backstage stuff. Not actually backstage, but a little information. Nash recently went to Pittsburgh to do some physicals for the company, and something happened there that made them decide that they don't want Nash in the ring to take bumps or do something, physical, like a whole match. There's still, some chance that Nash could end up wrestling, but something happened after the physicals that put the roadblock in front of Nash for his return. Not sure what it is. I don't know whether it's his knees, whether it's something that was in the blood. I don't know. Decision to put Triple H in a match with Punk wasn't made until yesterday, by the way. The original plans was Punk going over Nash at Night of Champions. Alright, Beth Phoenix and Natalya, they've been teasing a Diva TLC match on their Twitter account. Kind of wonder, what do you think of that? Think that'd be a hell of a thing? I don't know. They could do a good job, though, especially those two. They're stronger than the family of wet goats, both of them are. Hey, WWE Alberto Del Rio knows we didn't get to see him. He wasn't at Raw. And word is that his visa paperwork that he went to complete down in Mexico over the weekend is not done yet. Until that's completed, Del Rio can't enter the country to work. Of course, if you got a car and a trunk, you can come over otherwise. But they need to do it legal-wise, I guess. Regarding his match with Sin Cara at tonight's live SmackDown special show, word backstage is the match has been canceled. If Del Rio can make it to the tapings and be able to tape in time, it will still go on. But WWE had a detailed video package for the match set to air on Raw last night, but held off until they find out whether he's going to be able to make it or not. Raw Super Show, by the way. Don't forget that tonight, 8 o'clock. Anyway, it's going to be, I never heard whether, I guess it's going to be replayed on Friday. I'm not sure. I didn't hear anything about it. Raw Super Show was announced by Triple H on Raw last night because the feeling is that SmackDown needs a boost, and with SmackDown stars appearing on Monday night, hopefully, to translate into better business at the live events. Former WWE Vladimir Kozlov will be wrestling at the IGF show in Japan on September 3rd. He's going under the name of Alexander Kozlov. Former WWE stars going to be there, David Hart Smith and Bobby Lashley. All right, looking back on this day, lost two competitors in wrestling. The wrestling world lost two personalities on this date. First, 2008 Hall of Famer and legendary star Killer Kowalski died after suffering a heart attack at the age of 82. Secondly, in 2010, this last year, indie hardcore star J.C. Bailey died at the age of 27 of a brain aneurysm caused by multiple concussions and brain trauma. Interestingly, that his brain was supposedly being donated for research to the Boston University. I don't know if that happened or not, but hopefully it did. Chris Jericho following on last night's Raw about CM Punk. Another Raw, another stolen move, he says. I expect that from a rookie or a diva, but Punk says back off. And a couple of people wrote in that there was no Sin Cara merchandise on sale at last night's Raw in Tulsa. WWE Raw brand is heading to Puerto Rico for a quick tour this week. After Raw ended last night, what happened? Well, in Tulsa, R-Truth, Jack Swagger, Dolph Ziggler, and Miz came down to beat up on John Cena and Sheamus. Randy Orton made the save, cleaned house, joined Cena and Sheamus to celebrate, and as the heels ran to the back, ended the show. There was no dark main event, I guess, with Cena, Del Rio, and Punk, despite being previously advertised. So they lied. Following the Brie Bella and Kelly match on Raw, the score in Canada, somebody got embarrassed. The score in Canada accidentally cut to a feed of Eastbound and Down. Well, during the brief cutaway, 4 seconds of bare-breasted women aired. Score then briefly cut to Steve Austin music video featuring Somewhere Down in Texas by George Strait before returning to the broadcast with Alex Wright highlight video. Somebody says, oops! The new photo of Undertaker, there's a new one, find it on the internet. Anyway, new photo of Undertaker in scuba gear on a boat that's going around the internet is nothing new. It was taken almost a year ago, according to several people. Hanako was the man behind the Sin Cara mask at last night's Raw. No word yet on Raw about the original Sin Cara, former Mystico, is done with the company. Still no word on that. And I really thought Swagger and Sin Cara, it was a decent match, I thought. And it's kind of hard for, I'm sure, with Swagger to wrestle somebody as tall as he is to be, short. It's awkward. On a related note, word is the idea of bringing Mystico from Mexico to work with the Sin Cara deal has been dropped, I guess. I'm not sure, what they're meaning on that. I guess there was another guy they was going to have come in to do Sin Cara. Anyway, promotional poster for WWE's Vengeance pay-per-view has been released and features #1 contender World Heavyweight Champion Mark Henry. This is a non-English version, but tagline is "Vengeance is mine." That's what's used. Stan the Man with Stopwatch hand said Thursday's episode of Impact Wrestling, out of 2 hours, 28 minutes, 8 seconds of in-ring action, down from the previous week. Angle wrote, following on his Twitter, about his training for the Olympics. He said, lastly, to everyone cheering me on for the Olympics, he said, I got a legitimate shot. My training is going awesome. I pray I make the team. And, he it's kind of odd that he's still wrestling because, man, he could do an injury wrestling. It would just ruin that chance at the training for the Olympics. Says, I'm training every day on the road. I have contacts to train in each town. I have a shot at the Olympics thanks to Seth Petruccelli, and Sam Butler, whoever that is. Anyway, the documentary portion of WWE's new 4-disc DVD set of Steve Austin will have a running time of over 2.5 hours. The 1990 USWA match between Austin and gentleman Chris Adams will also be included in the set. Alright, I don't know if I can get through all this or not. Tonight's live WWE SmackDown special is going to be taking place at the Intrust Bank, Wichita, Kansas. Confirmed for tonight's show is going to be Christian versus Randy Orton for the World Heavyweight title in a steel cage match. Could be good. CM Punk versus Great Khali, and John Cena versus Wade Barrett. Sin Cara taking on Alberto Del Rio. It was being advertised. Not clear whether the match is going to be taking place or not. It just depends on whether Alberto will get out of the trunk of the car. WWE will also air the next NXT Graduates special tonight. That's highlighted the past stars, including AJ Lee, Alex Riley, Brodus Clay, Daniel Bryan, Justin Gabriel, Caitlyn, Wade Barrett. NXT will air tonight on WWE website right after the live show on Sci-Fi. Says, join us for the live event, Super SmackDown, 8 p.m. Don't forget it. Tickets, by the way, for 2011 Survivor Series pay-per-view, November 20th, Madison Square Garden, New York City, goes on sale to the public September 10th to the general public. I got it all in. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.